The Apex Igbo Sociocultural Group, or Anezendi Igbo worldwide, has waded into the demolition of alleged illegal structures in parts of Lagos by the state government. At a press conference on Thursday in Abuja, the group evaluated the activities of the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu-led administration in the state, insisting that if any government demolishes the property built with approval of appropriate government department, such government by law must pay appropriate compensation for all the damages incurred to the owner of the building. Ohaneze also regretted that property belonging mostly to Indigo were being demolished by the Special Task Force, maintaining that any property they owned was properly bought from the owners according to the laws of Lagos State and Nigeria. I must say that Igbo carried out the same investments to other parts of the country, north, east, and west, and wherever they invested, they prospered and they reinvested their profits to the development of the area. I must say that Igbos have lived very peacefully in Lagos over the years. They transform barren lands to habitable lands. So in effect, no ethnic group in Nigeria has made more investments in Nigeria than the Igbos. Ohaneze also revealed plans to establish an Ohaneze Relief Agency to be managed by top Igbo leaders. The agency, it said, will provide support to Igbo citizens in distress, as it will also support other Nigerians when they need arises in the spirit of brotherhood. A statement by the President General Chief Emmanuel Owanyanwu recounted the long-standing relationship between the Igbos and the Yorubas, stating that they had lived very peacefully and established a good relationship with the indigenes. They established businesses and made investments in Lagos. These Igbos had been recalled by the Almighty God, that but their good work still remains. Lagos at the time it became the capital of Nigeria needed foreign and local investments. Igbos took up that challenge and invested in Lagos. They built both commercial and residential homes. They lived as law-abiding citizens. The statement equally bemoaned the ill treatment endured by the tribe after the Civil War, as it recalled in 1996 or 1966. There was an unfortunate coup d'etat against the federal government. Igbos as a people were completely ignorant of the coup. To the contrary, that governments of 1960 and 1963 had been the best to Igbo since the amalgamation of northern and southern Nigeria. This coup and its after effects culminated into civil war, which made Igbo land a theater of war. Thousands of Igbo lives were lost and properties worth billions of naira belonging to Igbos were destroyed. After the war, Igbos suffered a very severe blow when the River State government made a law seizing all Igbo properties in River State at the time, claiming that they were abandoned properties. This experience was very painful to Igbos because Igbos regarded Port Harcourt as Ikwere land, and Ikweres are regarded as their kids and kin. Igbos remembered with uh, nostalgia when there was disputes over the ownership of Port Harcourt. The Igbo Union at the time threw their weight behind our kids and kin, the Ikwere. A judgment on the matter by the West African Court of Appeal in Gold Coast, now Ghana, declared that the Ikweres are the legitimate owners of Port Harcourt. Igbos rejoiced that Port Harcourt, which the Igbos called Igwe Ocha, belongs to their kids and kin, the Ikweres. In spite of many setbacks suffered by the Igbos, we have risen from the dust of hatred and frustration to revest. Today, all these experiences are confined to the archives of history, but the ugly signs of hatred for Igbos have started rearing its head in some parts of the country. The statement further reads, as a leader of Igbo people, humbly appeal to all Nigerians in the 36 states and FCT, Abuja, to rise to support of Igbos against this ugly experience of wrong profiling and threats to Igbo lives. We wish to state categorically clear that the Igbos are not all angels. Among Igbo, where there are the good and the bad, there are also good and the bad among other tribes in Nigeria. And indeed, the world over, the law is there to appropriately address the issues of good and bad people. I have kept a record of crimes such as drug peddling, corruption, ritual killing, and murder, kidnapping, and so on. From my records, Igbo are not the highest perpetrators of these crimes. Many other tribes are more involved in these crimes than the Igbos. There are many instances of people from other tribes writing very nasty articles against the Igbo. I will distribute a letter written by a Nigeria named with head. The writer is a Lagosian. It has been recommended that the Lagos state government should close down all the markets in Lagos. Wow, where Igbo traders are a majority, including the following markets: Alaba International Market, Ladipo Market, Trade Fair Markets, Katangua Markets, and other places with majority of Igbo population. Naturally, as politicians in different parties, they disagree from time to time and come together also when the need arose. Chief Awolowo had great love for Igbos and is very highly respected by Igbos. The writer of the article said that Igbos hated Awolowo. That is not true. It is worthy of note that there's difference between political relationships and personal relationships. The APS ethnic pressure group assured Tinubu of the Igbo support, stating, "You don't have any reason to panic. Please continue to live in Lagos and other western states. Continue to go about your normal businesses. There is no fear. There is no cause for alarm." Hmm. So somebody has written. And when you have said this kind of a thing, you will come back and say, and you begin to do, they begin to do that. At the end of the day, you say, oh, that is not it. You always look for something to just hang on to say, oh, this is the reason why you are doing it. Like I said, there's nobody that will say, oh, there's no ethnic coloration to all these things. They will not come out and tell you this is the reason why they are doing this. But one thing is that it is part of it. Yes, so everybody use your tongue to count your teeth. All this long story, use your tongue to count your teeth. Leave your comment down there below, guys, and let's have your take.